Hey everybody, Mike here with Jewelry Ecom, and today we're talking about choosing the right website platform for your jewelry store. So, as a jeweler, there are really three or four great options for you to choose when building your website. But first, I want to talk about the ones you should not use. And first on that list is Wix or Squarespace or any other free template building website maker. Now, truthfully, they're not bad. Especially Wix and Squarespace, they've come a long way in the past few years and they're okay. They're fine. If you've decided to use them for your website, all power to you. But they just really don't have the same options and functionality and ease of use and flexibility as some of your other options are out there. So it's not that Wix or Squarespace or a template website is horrible. It's not bad. It's okay. But you definitely have better options. And that's what I'm going to talk about. Now, Magento is one of the options that I would consider, but I usually recommend not going with Magento. Magento is a website platform that's owned by Adobe, and it's very, very, very robust. It's really meant for major e-commerce operations, and it's just not easy to use. If you have a Magento website, you're undoubtedly going to need a web development team to manage it, to make changes. It's a very, very big machine that's just not necessary for the majority of jewelry stores out there. So Magento, very robust, great capabilities, but just not necessary and a huge headache, in my opinion. Now, you do have three really good options, and undoubtedly you've heard of Shopify. Shopify is one great option. WordPress is the other great option. And a third great option that you should look at is private label software, and we're going to get to that in a minute. So the first two website options, I'm going to compare them side by side, is Shopify and WordPress. And WordPress is my personal favorite website platform. I love WordPress. And up until about 6 months ago, I would probably exclusively recommend WordPress for you. But the truth is, Shopify is so good. It makes things very easy. And, they have millions of stores on Shopify. And so does WordPress. But Shopify has really come a long way. WordPress and Shopify really do the same thing. They are complete website tools. And they're both extremely reliable. And they're the two leaders. Shopify is very, very easy to use. WordPress is very, very easy to use. The main difference is that with Shopify, you are relying on the tools that Shopify offers and also their customer support. There are a couple of things about Shopify that drive me crazy. One, you just don't have that much flexibility. You are stuck to a template website, and you would really need to hire a web team to change the template around and do anything. With WordPress, on the other hand, you have complete control of your website. It's very easy to go and change anything about your website. You really do have, with WordPress, complete customization and complete flexibility. Whereas Shopify, you really are limited to their template. Additionally, with Shopify, their ease of use is a double-edged sword because I have worked on Shopify websites and I was kind of stuck to working with the Shopify customer support to solve things, and they couldn't solve them. So yes, Shopify is extremely easy to use and it is supposed to be streamlined. However, you are kind of at the mercy of their tools and their customer support. What you're getting with Shopify is a complete system that is supposed to work seamlessly together, but you are kind of stuck to Shopify's bubble of what they include. Now, WordPress, it can do the same things that Shopify can do, and you have complete flexibility. But you also need to figure it out on your own. You don't have, with WordPress, you don't have a customer service like Shopify does to kind of guide you through things if you need to. But luckily, WordPress is super easy to use. That's kind of the whole point. As a jeweler, you could go in, change your inventory, post blog articles, just like you'd be able to do in Shopify. And again, it's really just up to you. Do you want more flexibility on an open source platform like WordPress? Or do you want to stick to the tools that Shopify offers you and have it maybe perhaps be a little bit less work? And they have different price points. Shopify, you pay a membership. Shopify, you basically pay every month, and they have different price tiers from I think it's $30 a month all the way up to a few $100 a month. And I believe in some situations, they do get a cut of what you're selling. There are a few different options based on what credit card processor you use, if you use their credit card processor, but it's still pretty cheap, pretty affordable. Usually, I believe most stores will pay like $50 to $100 a month on average with everything included to run their Shopify store. WordPress, there is no monthly membership. With WordPress, you buy web hosting, you upload your site to it, and that's it. So you don't have an ongoing cost or an ongoing membership with WordPress like you would have Shopify. However, many people agree the costs of Shopify are well worth the features that come with it. And besides WordPress and Shopify, you do have another option, and that's going with a private jewelry website company. Now, there are a few companies in the jewelry industry that specialize in websites for jewelers, and they even have their own proprietary software. So if you sign up with them, you're not using Shopify, you're not using WordPress, you're using their platform. And inherently, there are good things and bad things about that. Good things being that the platform was made for jewelers. So you should feel confident signing up with one of them because their tools should include everything your website needs for a jeweler built in. However, you never know if that's going to be as strong as what Shopify or WordPress can do. So you really have to decide yourself and talk to a few different companies and explore all your options, because only you're going to be able to decide what the best platform is for your store. However, I would definitely recommend WordPress, Shopify, or a jewelry website specialist as your primary options.